For today's Which House Should I Buy segment, we're looking for a new home for Ned and Stacy, and they're a recently retired couple, and they are moving into a retirement community. So the first house that we're looking at is the Charleston. It's 2,015 square feet. It has 2 bedrooms and 2 baths and a den. And the second house is the Plymouth, and it's 2,238 square feet, and also has 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a den.
So we're seeing if that extra 200 square feet makes much of a difference. So let's have a look. We did the walk score on this neighborhood. It's 20 out of 100, which is a problem.
Yeah.
It's a pretty standard,
yeah,
car-dependent kind of neighborhood. We can see this is the development. Here, we actually had to look at it on the Google map because there is no site plan that we could see
right
on the website, which I think means that it gets a 0 because
Correct.
it's just not, you're really not paying much attention to siting if you're not going to talk about it.
Yeah, I agree.
On there. There's also, they do talk about energy efficiency, they talk about a tight envelope, and they talk about efficient furnaces and that sort of thing, but really nothing beyond just the kind of standard things that you would now expect. So I don't think we can really give it environmental performance features.
I agree with you on that.
Siting? We said no.
We said no.
All right. So now let's have a look at the two units. The Charleston is the first one here. I think that the organization is okay. I know that you've got some problems with some specific things, but overall,
yeah,
I'd say that it's all right.
I think there are 2 things just in terms of the plan layout. I think that the location of the dining room is a problem, backed into the garage, and I just think the access to the owner's suite is a problem because you have to circulate in front of the windows. So those are my 2 concerns with organization.
Right. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that just the reason that I think that it does work is that we've got a consolidation of the private space. Over here, we've got the garage not dominating the house. We've got the kitchen and the utility space there and a major space in the front that opens out.
Yep.
So I think that from that point of view that the organization would be okay. I agree with your other issues.
No, I understand.
Okay, so for entry?
For entry, I said 0 because there's no closet, and I don't like that pillar. I think the whole thing is silly.
Yeah, the back entry is pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually one of the better ones that we've seen because there's actually a closet and you come into a space before you're into the laundry. So I think that's okay, but I think we should still score it the 0 because of the front entry condition. So the indoor living, I thought that was okay. I think it makes sense.
Outdoor living is nice because it's notched into the house, as long as it doesn't face north. Yeah,
I thought the kitchen was good. You know, the triangle's a little tight. Trying to get to the fridge there is a little tight.
I do like the nook at the end too. I think that's a nice.
Yeah, I think this works well. I think where we get into a pickle is with the dining space. I think the formal dining space is backed into the corner. It's too close to the entry. It's too close to the utility space. It feels leftover in plan. It's always, there's no light. I don't think it's a great space. The nook is good, but we can't award half points, so we've got to give it the 0. The bedrooms, we thought the bedrooms were good because they both orient to the front and the backyards. So, and the size works good. The closets are okay. The bathrooms seem to be okay. I mean, we've got 2 sinks in the.
It's nice. There's actually some decent storage there.
The tub seems a reasonable size. The main bath is a standard.
And there's a good. This is one where there isn't a half bath, so the location of that of the bathroom for both guests and for the bedroom. It works for both, and works really nicely.
Exactly. If their kids are only going to come 1 week out of the year, why do you need a powder room as well as a full bathroom? You don't need that. The study, we thought this was great for Ned.
Yeah, I don't like the diagonal doors coming in, but still, I think what's good about that. The one concern I'd have is if from a night point of view, if he's a night owl and he's working away at that den and they've got guests, it's awfully close between those 2.
Yeah,
but
no, I agree. But on a day-to-day basis, I think there's enough separation from the owner's suite, so I think that's okay. The laundry I thought was okay. I think there's, it's removed far enough from the back entry that there's not a collision of uses. Yeah. So I think that's good. The parking, the clearances seem to work. It's not dominating the house, so I think we can give it the point for that.
Overall, that gives it a 10 out of 20.
A 10 out of 20, so let's look at the second plan. So we didn't like this one as much. From an organizational...
I still think it's well organized.
Yeah, you and I have a difference of opinion in terms of that. I just think there's too much of a sort of a scoop in the great room, but in terms of the location of the spaces, I think that it's okay in plan. But indoor living, that's what we were just talking about, is that there seems to be a lot of excess space right there. Yeah. And so in terms of a furniture layout, that's always going to feel a little bit awkward.
It's wasted. There's at least half of that 200 square feet more that you got that you don't really need.
Yeah.
I think it does have a good front entry, but now the back entry is not very good, so
yeah,
you can't give it entry points.
No,
right?
It's too tight, and it's funny because it flips, right? So one house had the good front entry, the other has the good.
You don't like this kitchen?
I hate it. I think the 45-degree angle is awful. I think that, it's, again, circulation. There's a non-functional island that's too skinny. I don't like it. It feels like it dies there on the end. I don't know. It just doesn't feel very well done to me. The dining, I think both dining areas are good. I agree. I think in this case the nook is good, and I think that the formal dining room makes sense in its relationship to the kitchen.
Bedroom, the problem with this bedroom is it looks out into a side yard, right?
Right, and one could argue, well, the kids only come 1 week a year or so, blah, 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 but I think that really we have to try to make sure that the bedrooms have an orientation to the front and the back, because we know there's going to be another house right there.
The study is actually pretty good. It doesn't have a 45-degree angle. It's located at the front, and it's away from all of the bedrooms, so Ned can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, it's well located and planned for them.
And it has a nice view out to the front.
Yeah.
The laundry is not good.
No, we took that point away in the entry as well, but you have to remember that if you're standing and doing laundry, you're in the path of circulation between the house and the garage, and there's not enough room for both functions.
That's right, and the garage is fine.
The garage is okay, yeah.
All right, so this one scored a 6 out of 20, so what do you think? Which one are you going to choose?
I'm going to choose neither, because both of them scored below the minimum design threshold of 13, and they have to score 13, otherwise you don't buy them, you don't even consider them. And I think that obviously the first one scored 10 out of 20. It has, in my opinion, more redeeming design features, but still, it's not worth the purchase.
No, I would agree. So we're going to end the Slow Home Project "Which House Should I Buy" segment with a bit of a trick. We're not going to we're going to suggest that you don't buy either of those. So Ned and Stacy, keep looking.
Sorry, guys.